Derek Wilson with Varium Racing here. I'm able to catch up with Matt Lindle on his post-race GNCC Round 2. This brought to you by the Iowa Series, Iowa ATV Hare Scramble Series. Matt, you're just coming off of a sixth-place finish. What a hard run you must have had. I know on the screen it looked like you were 15, 16 coming on the first lap. You were able to pick them off. Let's go from the whole shot. Start us at the whole shot. Take us from there. Finish the race for us.
Yeah, got a all right start. I was for sure in the top 10, maybe even around fifth place or so off the start. First couple of corners there through the S's, holding my own, and then I got bumped and spun around and caught up on the inside post in the last corner before we entered the woods on the start, and so got tangled up with two other guys, so we ended up going all the way to the back. By the time we got untangled, we were down quite a bit, but we pushed and caught back up to the end of the pack pretty quick and just kind of picked off a few people in the first lap and was able to get up there, like you said, 16th or so or something like that, and then I was having a rough time with it, fighting it, missed the setup a little bit, I think, and then come to find out after the race ended that I broke the frame right below the gas tank, so that made it very, very hard to control, and I just was fighting it, and I had no idea that the frame was broke, but I was just pushing and trying and thinking I just got to keep going and get a good finish, and I was pretty much just exhausted myself in the first two laps and had to struggle through the last lap, but I was able to slowly pick my way up to sixth.
You talk about fighting it. So lots of people tune into this. I believe that maybe not even involved in racing, but a lot of us are. We understand where there's a missed setup. It could be tire pressure, it could be caster or camber, your tie rod's out. Something's not right to handle the quad. But, Matt, I wanted you to tell us what fighting it means to you or what it meant to you today.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the fighting it. I just use it as an overall term. But today it was rough. It was really beating me up, and the quad was really just, broken frame. So it was kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't rigid being broke, so it was kind of like riding a noodle, if you want. It's just with the not having one of the frame rails being broken, it was very loose feeling, and then just causing it to not handle right. And on top of that, I think the front suspension setup was a little bit off for this track, so it was really just beating me up through the handlebars. Front end wasn't handling right. It was tough. It really was for the whole race.
Is that something that you felt coming on at the early stages of the race, lap 1, lap 2, and progressively got worse, or was it there's an issue and I'm going to have to deal with it?
It was, I noticed it almost the whole race, so I'm thinking either the frame broke right away or the setup was just really bad, because I didn't actually notice a change. So whenever the frame broke, I didn't really notice it. So it either happened right away or it was just a really off setup, and I'm thinking it must have happened right away. And so I just at the time was assuming the setup was off and there was nothing I was going to do about it, and I just had to push through and get the best points day I could.
And I think that goes right along with the culture that, we try to push in and I know that I've talked to you about it a number of different times. We've talked to other people about it, champions overcome adversity. That's how you become a champion. The issues, I think we've even talked about in an interview, whether it's a flat tire to the racetrack or a failed fuel pump in a drag car or a flat right front tire, which I'm well aware of, or a poor setup. You've got to overcome it, and if you're looking for the big picture, the big championship, you've got to continue to push through. I know you push yourself through, and great job today. We were watching the screen, 15th to 6th. That was extremely impressive. There was a lot of messages going back and forth on the messenger as we were watching it. Was it a relief to get to the finish line?
It was. Like I said, I was struggling, so it was tough. It was a tough race. It wasn't as much fun for me as I would have liked for it to be today. I mean, it was still enjoy racing, so it's still always a good time, but it was a struggle most of the day. So I was pretty happy when it was all said and done.
Now, we certainly haven't tallied the numbers, but I would guess, an educated guess, that you're probably somewhere between second and fifth in points. Would you agree with that statement?
I believe I got to be in second because the kid that was in second, he broke early, so I'm thinking I probably am, and I'm got to be up there in the top or real close to it.
Rather than when you take your nap on your long trek back to Iowa, rather than thinking about how ill handling the quad was and how rough of a day it was, I hope you think about sitting second in your very first season in GNCC XC2. Matt, that's extremely impressive. You have never seen these tracks. You've never rode a quad in Georgia. You've never rode a quad in Florida. So, man, that's extremely, extremely incredible. So make sure you think about that, and congratulations.
Thank you. Yep, it's all new, learning every time.
Well, you're obviously a quick learner. Sam Huff had a good day. We did hear that, and is he around that we could speak with him? I know a lot of the Iowa Series folks would love to hear from Sam. I think he's created a bit of a following here in Varian. Is he around?
Yeah, he is. You can talk to him. He had a good day.
Fantastic.
What's going on?
Sam, how are you?
I'm sore, but I'm happy at the same time.
Happy and sore. Good. I heard you put together one hell of a ride today. Last race, you had some mechanical issues. Were you clear of those today?
As far as I know, I might be missing some bolts, but everything that was wrong in Florida was fixed for this race. So
whatever bolts you're missing, it got you to the finish line. Tell us the class you were running. Give us a quick description of your race. Any moments that were memorable, any mistakes, and how you overcame them, and then take us to the finish line.
I ran Junior A, and I think there was maybe 17 to 20 guys in there. I'm not real sure. I got a decent start. Not that good start. So I got maybe fourth or fifth in the woods, and ran into some bottlenecks. And I don't know, there was a couple of muddy sections that a lot of people were stuck at. Did good in some of them, getting around them. The other ones, I got stuck with them. So, I mean, half and half there.
Were you able to make some ground in the majority of those mud spots? I mean, did you progress more than you regressed in the mud?
Yeah, I got around. I know two of them really good, and I guess I only got stuck once. So I guess that wasn't too bad. And then I just kind of had my pace for those 3 laps. The last lap I know it was way slower. I haven't even looked at them, but I know it's bad.
The time will tell, and I know you'll be looking at that at some point in time because the clock doesn't lie unless they mess it up with GNCC. They don't do that very often. So
no.
That last lap was slow because you're just exhausted, or how'd that work?
Yeah, I was tired, and I could feel the blisters growing on my hand. And it wasn't getting any smoother, but that's part of it.
That is part of it. And the craziest thing is that's part of why we do it. Sometimes I wonder why, but that's why we do it, right?
Yeah.
So you finished second, is that right?
Yep.
How'd that feel coming across the finish line knowing you finished second?
I didn't even know I was in second until my girlfriend told me. I had no idea the whole race where I was at. So
congratulations, man.
Good surprise.
Awesome. I mean, is that above your expectations? I know coming out Florida, like we said, you had some mechanical issues. So I don't know what your expectations were coming in, but I'd say wherever they were, they wound up pretty good.
Yep, it wasn't too bad. I was hoping for a top 5. I got that, so I can't complain at all.
Good. Well, you're out there on your personal quad. I know you've got some people that help you out. You want to plug a couple of those people helping you out? I mean, you're down south. I know you're headed home back this direction to these people. I think you've created a little bit of following here at Varium, Sam, so we appreciate you traveling around with Matt Lindle and taking the time to talk to us. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, Jason Goody for helping me get a good bike, and Bill Coles for setting me up a good motor, Shockworks and actually Matt helping me get my shock set up for this next one. The last one was twice as rough compared to this one. And just my family and my girlfriend and everyone that helps me out. It's a big help.
Great. You know how that is. Congratulations again. We at Varium, I think I was talking to you about overcoming adversity after your first race in Florida. I know that was a rough one. However, you did finish that race. That's impressive. Came to Sparta, Georgia. Came out strong, man. You finished strong, so congratulations. And we're going to be following you all season long, Sam.
Cool. I appreciate it.
All right, you want to give us back to Matt? We'd appreciate it. You drive safe. Get our guy home safe. Get yourself home safe. And we'll catch you next time.
Sounds good. Here he is.
Thanks, Sam.
Hello.
Well, when you're driving down the road leaving Sparta, Georgia from a GNCC race, and you've got one Junior A taking second and an XC2 taking sixth, I mean, that's a pretty valuable truck riding down the road.
Oh, yeah. We had good haul for the last 2 weeks. We had a good time hanging out in Florida, and thanks to Huff's grandpa putting us up in his house, and good haul for me in Florida. A little bit tough for Huff, but we kind of switched it up in Georgia. A little tough for me, but he had a good haul there. So all around, I think we're probably both happy with it. I am. So
great. You got a lot of help out there, Matt. I know you do. Let's throw them out there. Let's plug them. They deserve it.
Yep, definitely. Shockworks, Bart, always help me out with the shock. You guys at Varium, UNI filters, MSR gear, 100% goggles, GBC tires, RJR. Who else we got? My mom and dad definitely, and sister, she helped out. Independent Cycles, Vanilla Gorilla Racing.
Man, we might have to start keeping like a note card in the wallet.
Yeah, I know.
That's tough because you're going to miss somebody.
I do.
And if you do,
I know. I do.
Pick them up too. So.
Yeah, I know it's hard when you don't have your graphics kit right in front of you on the four-wheeler, so you can
right.
But
we did get some special mentions on Varium. 712 Racing shared our post. That was pretty cool. Fellow Iowa Series riders. And then also Glen Innovations shared our post. They're very proud of you. We're all very proud of you. So I went riding today with Cooper Hookson, Jason Hooks, Dominic Ernst, Cutter Clark. See, I'm going to miss somebody too. Carter Holder and Brad Holder and the Zombie Hunter Miranda Kozad. And I'm excited to see those young boys take the Iowa Series. Man, you got any advice for the younger crew, not just Varium but outside of Varium? Man, they're super excited to be a part of what you're doing. And we've also brought on Kizzy Lieferman, who's a junior drag racer out of Cordova, who's, excited to be a part of this whole thing too between yourself and Miranda. Anything you can give them? A lot of these kids looking for the GNCC race themselves at some point in time.
Oh, biggest thing that Sam and I have talked about here these last two races and all week and stuff is just don't quit no matter what. 100% effort every time. Give it your all. It makes you a lot happier in the end too. You can sleep easy at night when you know you gave 100%. Just because you don't win doesn't mean you didn't do your best. So that's really about it. Is just keep pushing.
That's great advice. Great advice. I want to make mention of Varium does have some apparel coming out, some pretty cool new shirt designs. So keep a look at that. Tomorrow brings the other teammates, I believe Kyle Ernst and Dominic Ernst and Andrew Remley, who's a guest racer with us, as well as Brent Lorenz. And I might be missing one too, but head back to Prophetstown, where Kyle pulled off a third. We believe he can take a first, so good luck to you guys tomorrow. We'll certainly give those results. Matt, you're the leader of this team. come so far, and it's all come together quite well. You know, you guys are champions between yourself on a quad and Miranda Drag Racing and a monster truck, and you take it to the next level. Thank you from Varium Racing, and thank you from me because I'm your friend, and it's cool. And I went to your house and got some tires, so thank you for that too.
No problem.
And we'll keep in touch.
Yep, well, thanks for everything. Appreciate it.
You guys be safe, and I'll catch you when you're closer this way.
All righty.
All right, bye-bye, Matt.
Bye.